Hi, I'm Pastor Larry Becker. I'm the senior pastor of Trinity Lutheran Church here in Hawthorne, California. The song I was just playing that I'd recorded earlier was "Blessed Be Your Name" by Matt Redman. That song fits beautifully with the text for this coming Sunday, the fourth Sunday in the season of Pentecost. It's a song that calls us to trust God when things are good and when things are bad, when things are going down the toilet, when they've blown up, when they've failed. The scripture lessons for this week are powerful. They help us to look at some of the basic things in the Christian life, and that's what happens early in the season of Pentecost. We look at some of the more fundamental things of Christian living. In these texts, we look at the storms of life, how people react, what they do, how they blame God for what's going on. Sometimes we go through difficult moments when things go off the rails, when things that we'd hoped would work collapse on us, when relationships fall apart, when we think nothing is working right. Our first text is from the book of Job, a book which tells us the story of a man who had everything together in his life. He had the perfect life. His family was great, his position was great, he was wealthy, he was religious, everything was all working right. And then in a moment, it was all taken away from him. He believed that God had caused that, and he blamed God for doing it. It's as though he were saying, "God, who do you think you are doing these things to me?" Well, God's voice came out of the whirlwind, out of the storm that he was experiencing, and he put Job in his place. "Well, I think I'm the one who created everything. Where were you when all of this happened? And you call me into question." Sometimes we want to do that, don't we? In our gospel lesson from Mark's gospel, we see the disciples and Jesus in a boat, and everything is calm and peaceful. Jesus is taking a nap, asleep in the stern. And then a great storm arose, and Jesus is still sleeping, as though he's not paying attention. The disciples called out in fear, "Don't you care that we're perishing? Jesus, aren't you paying attention? Do something." Sometimes when we go through difficult moments in life, we think that God isn't paying attention, off taking a nap, doing something else, somewhere else. Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever felt that God wasn't with you? The disciples discovered that with a word, Jesus could calm the storm. Calmed it in their hearts, calmed it actually, and they suddenly knew that they were not alone. That was Job's struggle too. He felt that God had abandoned him. The disciples believed that Jesus had left them, wasn't paying attention, didn't care about them, wasn't going to do anything about their issues and problems. Do you ever feel that way? We all do at times. These texts are for us. Join us in worship this coming Sunday, the 21st of June. Our 8:30 traditional service and 10:45 more contemporary service are great and offer different worship experiences, but the same message. Pick the one that musically and stylistically appeals to you, but join us in worship. Pick one and come. We'd love to see you. Blessings and peace be with you. Amen.